feeling when you see your favorite celebrity or influencer in something that is super duper flat and you're like, ooh, I want that, I'm gonna get that. But then you get to the website and you're like, I ain't got the coin for that. That's how I was feeling when I saw Cardi B and her whole family decked out in these DenimTears top and bottom sets. They are so freaking cute. Let me look. Let me on the website, look in the bank account, see what I can spare. And it turns out nothing, because the jeans are $988. I don't know about you, but I don't have $988 to spend on a pair of jeans. So my philosophy, as always, is if you can't buy it, DIY it. And that's exactly what I did. The supplies for this project are super simple. You need a pair of jeans. I picked these up from the Goodwill for $4.49, and also some white acrylic paint. I already had this at home, so it was free for me, but if you went and picked this up from your local Walmart, it's about $4. The first thing I did was use these Shein bags. Listen, I love to reuse my Shein bags. I put the Shein bag down on the floor so there was no paint transfer onto the floor, but also to make sure there was no paint transfer to the back, I put the Shein bag inside the leg of the jean just so that no paint bled through. This worked out really well. After I was all set up, I went ahead and started painting. First, I did a very light layer just to get the pattern right. I referred back to the picture a lot just to make sure it was as close as possible. Then I went in with a normal paintbrush and did a much darker layer. The thing is I went in with a paintbrush and was painting this by hand. I think it would have went a lot better and a lot closer to the actual look and pattern of the pants if I would have went in with one of those stamp sponges. You know those things? They have like a wooden handle at the end and they're round little sponges. That would have been much better, but unfortunately I didn't have those handy. So if you do have those handy, I would recommend using that as opposed to a hand brush. However, if like me you didn't have that, this works just fine. On the website, they refer to this pattern as a wreath. They call them like the wreath jeans, wreath denim. So I'm going to let this first wreath that I did play out for y'all in real time, no speed through, so y'all can see exactly how I'm doing it and exactly about how long it took me. Then I'm going to speed through the rest just so we can get to the end and y'all see how it turned out. Is the first wreath. I think it turned out really well. It doesn't look exact, but girl, this is a DIY. You know what I mean? We don't have the tools, the machine, or the money to do it exactly how the designer did it, but I think this definitely captures the look that I was going for, so I'm really happy with how that turned out. Now I'm just going up the leg, looking, as you can see, I'm referencing that picture, and I'm actually using Little Culture's picture because she had like the clearest picture of her jeans, so I'm using Little Culture as a reference. But this, I started to go in like with my 5 fingers to kind of get the shape of how I wanted it to go. As you can see from that second one that I did, I started to get the worst combination when you can do a DIY project, which is lazy and overconfident. This was taking a long time, and I was actually trying to wear these pants this night. So I started to kind of freestyle a bit. Like, I was definitely referring back to the picture, but way less than I did the first one. So I just started kind of doing my own thing, girl. I was like, I got it, I know what I'm doing. But it started to look started to veer from the original a lot as I started going. However, I got back on track. As I started to look back, I was like, okay, hold on now. These are not looking exactly how I wanted them to. So I definitely did a reverse and started, referencing the picture a lot more and going back to the original design. So some of these, I'm not going to lie, some of them are a little wonky, but some of them are right on the money. That's the thing when you're doing DIY projects. Like, it's not going to look the exact same as the designer, but you will get the gist of what's going on. You know what I mean? So, but in hindsight, if I do redo this project, which I probably will, just so that it can be a little more on point, 2 things that I would change. I would use the sponge stamp, and I would definitely stick more to the original pattern, looking a lot more at my reference picture instead of just kind of like, no, I think I got it, I can do this, and then freestyling all on my own, because they started to look more like flowers. They turned out cute. I still like it, and I still rocked them that night. I got a lot of compliments. I was like, yes, period. I did these myself. But looking back, I would definitely stick more to the original brief of what I'm trying to do. The left pants leg is definitely my favorite. The left pants leg is right on the money. That thing is spot on, girl. You cannot tell me DenimTears didn't make these jeans, okay? The right side, she could use a little help, but overall, I think these turned out super cute. Let me show y'all some pictures of how I styled it and how I wore it that night, because it turned out super cute. Yes! A lot of people were like, oh, I love your jeans. Your jeans are so cute. And I was like, girl, I did it myself. I love telling people that I made something. Like, for me, that's more prideful for me to be like, oh, I made these, than to be like, oh, yeah, I bought these. They were $988. Like, no, girl. I did these myself. See, that was super simple. I ended up spending, what, $5 instead of $988? There were a few little mistakes, some things that I could tweak and do better next time. I'm going to get another pair of jeans and try it again. But for what it was, $5, I'll take it, and I will rock them proudly. I have some other DIYs on my channel you should check out. Lots of fashion DIYs. I'll have my latest fashion DIY linked after this, but also my playlist full of all my fashion DIYs. You can check them out. I've made everything from Chanel to Louis Vuitton. Girl, I have done it all, because like I said, if you can't buy it, DIY it, okay? I'm gonna get the look, babe. That's one thing I'm gonna do. So make sure you subscribe to my channel so you see my future fashion DIYs, and give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps me out. And meet me in the comments. Let me know, would you try this or trash it? Thank y'all so much for watching. I love y'all. See you next time. Mwah.